Today, we're looking at milk, that staple drink. And we're asking, for those of us who handle lactose okay, is there actually a best time to drink it?
Yeah, like morning on an empty stomach or maybe after dinner. It's a common question.
We've gathered the science, looked at expert opinions. Basically, we're trying to help you figure this out.
And it's worth remembering just how nutrient-dense milk is, vitamins, minerals, really high-quality protein, carbs, fats.
Absolutely. So our goal today is pretty straightforward. Understand the potential pluses, the minuses of these two main timings. Help you make choices that work for you.
Sounds good.
So let's kick off with that morning glass. Empty stomach. What's the thinking there? What are the potential benefits?
Okay, so first off, immediate hydration. Milk is, like 87, 90% water?
Right.
Plus you get a quick delivery of key nutrients, calcium, obviously bones, nerves, muscles, protein too, essential amino acids for muscle repair, maybe immunity.
That protein hit sounds useful first thing. Does it help with feeling full?
It certainly can. That high-quality protein can increase satiety, potentially helping you manage your appetite through the morning. And some find it might even soothe stomach acidity a bit.
Oh, how so?
Possibly the fat content or the calcium acting as a sort of antacid, and you get energy readily available from the lactose protein fat. Good to kickstart the day.
Okay, so some definite potential upsides, but what about the flip side? Any downsides to morning milk?
Yeah, there are things to watch out for. For some people, it might actually increase acid production, worsen reflux or gastritis,
The opposite effect then?
Exactly. And that calcium, while good, can interfere with absorbing certain medications, antibiotics, thyroid meds, and nutrients like iron.
Important if you're taking those.
Definitely. Also, drinking it alone means the lactose hits your system faster, which could mean a more pronounced blood sugar spike. Something to consider if you have diabetes or insulin sensitivity issues.
What about digestion in general?
Even if you're only mildly lactose sensitive, drinking it alone on an empty stomach might cause issues bloating, gas because it moves faster to the large intestine, and raw milk. Big risks there on an empty stomach bacteria. Potential irritation.
Ayurveda has thoughts on this too, doesn't it?
It does. Generally advises against it for certain body types or if you're prone to coughs and colds.
And weight gain. Is that a morning concern?
Well, any calories count. Milk has around 110 calories per glass. If you're adding that without adjusting elsewhere or increasing activity, it could contribute over time.
Okay, that makes sense. Now let's shift gears. What about the classic nighttime routine, milk after dinner?
Yes. This one has some strong arguments in its favor, especially for sleep.
Because of tryptophan.
Exactly. Tryptophan is a precursor to serotonin and melatonin, the sleep hormones. And the calcium in milk actually helps your body use that tryptophan effectively.
Interesting, so it's not just an old wives' tale.
Not entirely. Plus, milk has casein protein. It digests slowly, releasing amino acids gradually overnight. Great for muscle recovery and repair while you sleep.
So good for athletes or active people?
Potentially, yes. And you're still getting that continuous calcium supply for bone health. Some studies even suggest certain peptides in milk might have stress-relieving properties.
Any other benefits to nighttime milk?
It can help with feeling full, maybe reduce late-night snacking urges, which could indirectly help with weight management. And cold milk at night might actually help relieve acidity for some, again, due to the calcium.
Okay, sounds pretty positive, but surely there are concerns here too.
Of course. Digestion can be an issue again. Cold milk at night might slow things down, maybe even lead to constipation for some.
And the calorie thing again?
Yep. Calories consumed before sleep might not be burned off as easily, potentially leading to weight gain if not managed. It could also potentially slow down overall digestion.
What about reflux at night?
It could be a trigger. The fats and proteins can increase stomach acid for some individuals, especially if you lie down soon after drinking. And allergies are always a risk if you have a milk allergy.
Any other potential drawbacks?
Some people report increased mucus production, maybe congestion. Calcium, again, interfering with nighttime meds if taken too close together. And the natural sugars, lactose, could contribute to tooth decay without good brushing before bed.
Right, dental hygiene. And I guess digestive discomfort is still possible if you're lactose intolerant.
Absolutely. Bloating, gas, and drinking anything too close to bed can disrupt your circadian rhythm or contribute to GERD. Best to leave a window, maybe 2-3 hours.
So digging into the science a bit, does when we drink it actually change how we digest and absorb the nutrients?
It's complex. Gastric emptying, how fast your stomach empties, is influenced by milk's energy content. More fat, more protein generally means slower emptying.
And the type of protein matters? Whey versus casein?
Yes. Whey digests faster, casein slower. That affects how quickly amino acids become available. What you eat with the milk also plays a huge role, sometimes helping absorption, sometimes hindering it.
Like calcium, how well do we absorb that?
We absorb maybe around 30% typically. Stomach acid helps ionize it for absorption. Lactose itself doesn't hugely impact it for most people, but how quickly everything moves through your system can matter.
So the timing isn't the only factor in absorption?
Definitely not. Your body's current need for calcium is a bigger driver, influencing how much you excrete or release from bones.
Okay, putting it all together, what do the experts generally lean towards? Morning or night?
You see a mix. Ayurveda often points to evening for sleep. Modern nutritionists frequently echo that for the tryptophan and maybe better calcium use during rest.
But no single answer.
No firm consensus for everyone. It really boils down to the individual. Morning might suit those looking for sustained energy. Nighttime for those prioritizing sleep or muscle recovery after evening workouts. Many just say include it with meals for general health.
So how do we tailor it? If someone wants, say, better sleep,
Then warm milk, maybe an hour or two before bed, seems a good strategy.
weight loss or muscle gain,
Low-fat or fat-free milk, often recommended post-exercise, fits that goal.
general health.
Just incorporate it into your regular meals.
And for sensitive stomachs or acidity?
Maybe smaller amounts with food. Cold, low-fat milk might help acidity for some, possibly after meals rather than before bed.
What about pre-existing conditions like IBS or acid reflux? Does that change the advice?
Absolutely. For IBS, milk can be a trigger anytime lactose-free might be necessary. For reflux, whole milk can worsen it. Low fat might be okay, but definitely avoid large amounts before lying down.
So it really comes back to the individual.
Completely. Genetics, your gut microbiome, overall diet, it all influences tolerance. The key is to listen to your body. How do you feel? Energy levels, digestion, sleep quality. Notice the patterns after morning versus evening milk.
Right. So wrapping this up, milk is clearly nutritious, but the timing can tweak the benefits and drawbacks.
Exactly. Morning offers quick energy and nutrients, but watch out for potential digestive or absorption issues for some. Evening leans towards sleep and recovery, but be mindful of digestion, calories before bed, and reflux potential.
The ultimate advice seems to be experiment and pay attention to your own body's signals.
Precisely. And here's a final thought to mull over. Try actually tracking it for a week or two. A quick note. Had milk morning, felt energetic, or milk at night, slept well, bit bloated. What patterns jump out for you? That personal data. That's your most valuable insight for optimizing things.